Good afternoon and welcome to a second video that I've made, just talking about the equipment I use on a day-to-day basis. Obviously in the first episode we went through a couple of lenses, the need for some tough durable batteries. Today just two more pieces of equipment which just added on to that in the second video. And first of all, I'd like to introduce you to the Tamron 16 to 300 lens. Really adaptable lens, makes a great travel lens. It's a little on the heavy side, but it's sturdy and it's had two drops and it's survived to tell a tale. So it's a good lens. On the 16 side, obviously, you're left with a nice wide angle lens. Just be careful on the buildings. If you're taking buildings, just sometimes you can get a little bit of distortion, so just be a little bit careful on that. But it does give you 300, which with a crop sensor camera, that gives you 450. Which obviously, if you're out, for instance, along the coast, along somewhere, you see a boat in the distance you want a photograph of, or in my case, quite often you see deer, you can quickly zoom in on them, adjust your settings, and you've got a nice zoom lens on you. So it's a really adaptable lens. The Tamron goes well with Canon. It's a good match. So always recommend. This camera never stays at home. It's always one that always goes with me. Second piece of equipment I just want to introduce you to is a Lensball. For many people, many have seen my Lensball photos and thought it's a trick shot. It's an adjustment that's made in Photoshop, it's an adjustment which is made with special effects, but it's not. It is a genuine crystal ball. It's a heavy crystal ball, and I like to use a genuine Lensball. With the cheaper lens balls, quite often you can find there's a certain amount of distortion in the photographs, but the actual lens ball is very much crystal clear all the way through. There's no distortion. Now, anybody who has taken a photo will know that if you take a photo through the lens ball, it goes through something called diffraction photography. Diffraction means the image is turned upside down. Now, for some this doesn't suit, so obviously in Photoshop or in Lightroom you can turn the ball upside down, so you end up with the image up the right way, but for some features it can actually add a new dimension to your photography. A couple of recommendations. In terms of the actual photo that you're taking through it, once you line it up, go to manual focus. You'll need manual focus obviously to get a clear image, but by doing manual focus on the image in the ball rather than the outside of the ball. That way you won't end up with an out of focus image inside. Second recommendation is just watch where you put your lens ball. I personally like to use natural stands, so like on a post, on some rocks, even on the ground. I'm not a fan of the official stands because I think they look a bit odd in photos, so I use natural stands, but of course with natural stands they're not always completely level. Lens balls are round, so hence more than at least one have been lost to it rolling away, in my case, into the sea. So just go a little bit careful with the lens balls. They can roll, and they are heavy, so if they do roll and hit somebody below, then they can hurt quite badly. The other recommendation is watch yourself on a sunny day, because these lens balls quickly become sunballs, and when you hold it up to the light on a sunny day to take your photograph or have it on a raised image, light hits the top and comes out to the bottom. When it comes out the bottom, if you're holding it, it can really burn your hand. So you do need to watch it. You do need to make sure that it doesn't burn your hand, and also it could set fire to something below. I mean, I've had it on a post before and smelt the post burning, so just watch yourself with the lens balls. But these add a little bit extra to photography. I wouldn't recommend you use it to take every photo, but it's just one to sort of bear in mind for photographs, and it adds a different type of photography. So you can do a set of 10 normal photos, just add a couple of lens ball photos, and it just adds a little bit extra. But and they're fairly inexpensive. I think they normally come in about 25-30 quid. So they're a very affordable piece of camera equipment, and they do it in two sizes. They do a 90 and a 60. 60 is very handy for zipping in your camera bag, they're fairly light. The 90 is quite heavy, but you get a bigger image, you get a clearer image. So, and a little tip, sunsets, sunrises look brilliant through these, so do boats. Alright, there's two pieces of equipment which I didn't have a chance to introduce in the last video, which I videoed in Poland while I was staying with friends. Today, sat in a gloomy garden in England, but I hope you found these little bits useful. Both of these obviously very compatible with my Canon cameras, but the Lensball, I think the Tamron works with pretty much any camera. For more information, for more photos, you can follow chrisparkerontour.com or I'm on Instagram, chrisparker2017, and obviously my YouTube account is Chris Parker. So look forward to seeing you soon. Hope you tune into my channels or have a look at the photos. And also, just like to say, as on my hoodie, as Iron Man's daughter said to Iron Man, love you 3000. See you soon.